The Ukrainian Air Force managed to continue its activities by distributing its jets to different bases. The top general for the U.S. Air Force in Europe says Russia is having a hard time catching up to this dispersion. This success underscores the need for the U.S. Air Force to be able to deploy its jets and crews. For 18 months under attack from Russia's larger and better armed military, Ukraine's Air Force remained mobile, keeping its jets operational. Its success was largely due to Russia's shortcomings in finding hitting targets. And that holds lessons for the United States and its allies. The top U.S. Air Force general in Europe said this week. If you look at what Ukraine is doing right now, they very rarely land and take off at the same airport. They take off and then land at another airport. James Hecker, commander of U.S. Air Forces in Europe, told reporters at the Air and Space Forces Association conference near Washington, D.C. That's why so few planes on the ground, Hecker added. Russia began the war with a larger and more advanced air force, including better radars and long-range missiles. A British assessment July said Russia had 96% of its fleet remaining despite losing 86 fixed-wing aircraft, while Ukraine lost 68 aircraft and had 78% of its inventory remaining. Ukrainian personnel pilot a MiG-29 after a training flight at an airbase near Kiev in November 2016. Danil ShamkinNurPhoto via Ukraine has used Western-made weapons, including guided S and cruise missiles, that have been modified work with its Soviet-era jets, allowing it hit Russian ground targets from longer ranges. But those jets still take the air launch them. Hecker said that the attacks occurred because Russian forces moved from base to base before they could catch up. They're always changing it, and they're doing it within Russia's targeting cycle, Hecker said, referring to the process by which targets are identified, tracked and hit. And it was very successful. Timely and accurate targeting, especially against mobile targets, has been one of major shortcomings of the Russian Air Force during war and reflects its general inability to conduct complex operations. Despite compiling detailed and generally accurate target lists focused on Ukraine's air defenses in the months leading up to the February 2022 attack, Russia failed to destroy most of Ukraine's mobile air defense weapons, which Kiev did through alarm and warnings from foreign partners. Repositioning before Russian attacks begin. Following these initial strikes, Russia's process of detecting the target, tracking it, and assigning an attack mission to it was unable to keep up with Ukrainian air defense forces, which dispersed and relocated after firing. A woman watches smoke and flames rise after a Russian airstrike on the city of Lviv in March 2022. OLEKSII FILIPPOVAFP via Justin Bronk, an warfare expert at Britain's Royal United Services Institute, said that while Russia's forc